Stand by. Ready. Ready. Aim. Ready. Aim. Ready. Aim. Ready. Raise and hold.
The mayor of Lions Bay, British Columbia, told a public meeting last month that his son's best friend had died after taking a single hit from fentanyl-laced vape liquid. As it turns out, nothing about the story was true. Burr said in an interview on Tuesday that he's since been informed much of the story was an urban myth. "Unfortunately, I reported an incorrect rumor," he said. The mayor for the village located midway between Vancouver and Whistler said he originally shared the story with his council colleagues to illustrate that the provincial opioid overdose crisis is getting closer to home. The British Columbia Coroner's Service released data last week showing that 1,422 people across the province died from illicit drug overdoses last year. Burr said he wanted his colleagues to think about what, if anything, council could do about the issue. On Friday, Carl Burr apologized to residents of the sleepy British Columbia village for spreading a rumor that had no factual basis. "I will read his apology to you, and there is a video after that." I quote Mr. Burr. "At the last Council Strategy Committee meeting I made reference to a story from my own Rockridge Set student about a child who died after vaping opioid-laced juice. Someone who listened to the audio record brought it up with the school district. Turns out much of the story I was told was an urban myth, perhaps based on the tragedy in Delta, and there are a dozen versions doing the rounds. You'd think even an amateur small-town politician would know better than to repeat hearsay. Because upon further inquiry, I find that nothing happened at Rockridge. There was never laced vape juice, and what likely did happen was elsewhere and for other causes. I apologize to all affected by my incorrect statement." End quote. Now he's apologizing publicly for recounting the tall tale and says doing so probably hurt his reputation. "It probably has damaged my credibility," Burr said. "I don't think people look to me as their mayor to be the all-seeing, all-knowing national trendsetter. I deliver things that people care about: new water pipes, low taxes, stuff like that. I am a small-town, local politician. The real issue is fatal overdoses," Burr says. He added that he doesn't want the incident detracting from the issue of fatal drug overdoses. Here is the recording of Burr's tall tale to council members.
Although, let me just tell you a sad story, not really germane to the topic of the meeting, but my daughter, as you know, is 15. My son is 14. The kid who plays on his soccer team and baseball team last year, his best friend, died yesterday after taking one hit from a vape that had fentanyl in it. They bought the juice, they call it, from a dealer at Rockridge. One hit, fell down dead in front of his friends.
This was when?
Yesterday.
Oh shit.
I've never heard of that being in the vape juice.
I didn't know. Why would you do it? Why would you go to the trouble as a dealer to stick fentanyl in juice? You know, which is normally cinnamon or strawberry or... Anyway, so, nice kid. Except he's dead now. And it's got nothing to do with how well you brought up or... The guys are standing around, hey, take it. That's a bit of a wake-up call.
I feel what Mr. Burr did was irresponsible, but since he is Canadian and probably a decent dude, I will give him the benefit of the doubt that he didn't make up the overdose story on purpose. But no matter if this was an honest mistake or an effort to push another fentanyl overdose hoax out to the propaganda machine, the damage was already done, and there are hundreds of articles out there that tell a lie, and unfortunately most people will believe. Thank you for watching and spread truth.